Right now, somewhere in your house, there is a very small dog sitting perfectly still, staring at you like a tiny detective who suspects you of something. And if you are watching this on your phone, there is a decent chance they are doing it at this exact moment. Go ahead, look up. I will wait. So, why do Chihuahuas sit and stare at you like that? Today, I am breaking down the 5 honest reasons, and by the end, you will be able to read your own dog's stare from across the room. We are covering the 5 meanings behind the famous Chihuahua gaze, the genuinely sweet science that explains part of it, how to tell a love stare from a worried stare, the rare cases where staring means call the vet, and the stare in my own house that has exactly one meaning every single time. The stare is a conversation. First, the big idea. A Chihuahua's stare is a conversation. This breed spends its entire life within 6 feet of a human, studying us like it is their job because honestly, it is their job. They cannot text you. They cannot leave a note. Eye contact is one of the main channels they have, and dogs figured out a long time ago that staring works on humans. We notice it, we respond to it, and every response teaches them the channel is open. So when your Chihuahua locks eyes with you, something specific is almost always being said. The meaning lives in the context, what time it is, what you are holding, and what the rest of that little body is doing. Let's decode it. The 5 reasons. Reason 1, food and treat anticipation. The classic, the most common stare in the Chihuahua repertoire. Dogs are pattern learning machines, and a Chihuahua who has received a scrap near the kitchen even once has filed that away permanently. The AKC points out that begging stares are usually a behavior we accidentally trained ourselves by paying out one time. One time. That is all it takes. Welcome to the club. We have all done it. Reason 2, the love gaze. Some staring is exactly what it looks like. When you and your dog gaze at each other, both of your brains release oxytocin. That is the same bonding hormone at work between parents and babies. Your dog stares at you partly because it literally feels good for both of you. For a breed famous for picking one favorite person and committing completely, that soft-eyed gaze is the relationship doing its chemistry. Reason 3, reading your routine. Chihuahuas study their humans professionally. Shoes, keys, the sound of one specific drawer opening. Your dog stares to piece together what happens next and, more importantly, whether it involves them. That stare following you around the kitchen at 5 p.m., that is your dog running the schedule in their head and checking your work. Reason 4, a specific request. Some stares are a polite knock on the door. The water bowl is empty. The potty trip is overdue. The favorite toy rolled under the couch and became unreachable. A genuine emergency. Dogs who learn that staring gets a response will use it as their main channel, and frankly, a stare beats barking by a mile. So reward the polite version. And reason 5, checking in when unsure. A Chihuahua who feels uncertain looks to their person for information, exactly like a toddler glancing at a parent after a loud noise. New visitor, weird sound, a shift in your mood, and the stare asks one question. Are we okay? Your calm, relaxed response is the answer. This one is my favorite because it means your dog trusts your read on the world more than their own. Love stare versus worried stare. Now, the eyes only tell half the story, and the rest of the dog fills in the other half. Here is the quick read. A soft stare, relaxed ears, loose wiggly body, maybe a slow tail wag. That is affection or a friendly request. All good. A hard, fixed stare with a stiff, frozen body, a closed mouth, and no wiggle anywhere. That is a dog who feels threatened or is guarding something, and that dog needs space right now because a hard stare is often the last polite warning before a snap. Learn the difference and you will never confuse the two again. And 2 staring patterns are worth a call to your vet. Sudden blank staring at walls or into space, especially in a senior dog, or alongside confusion and disorientation. and any dramatic change in staring paired with other symptoms. Those can have medical causes, and your veterinarian is the right reader for them. Do that check sooner, never later. Should you stare back? Quick question I get all the time: should you stare back? With your own dog, when the body is loose and the eyes are soft, absolutely. That mutual gaze is the oxytocin moment we talked about, and it is genuinely good for the relationship. A few seconds of soft eye contact with a relaxed Chihuahua is a little bonding ritual, and honestly, one of the best parts of living with this breed. But the rules change with a dog who does not know you well or a dog who is already nervous. Prolonged direct eye contact can read as confrontational to dogs, especially from a stranger looming overhead. So with a new dog, a rescue who is still settling in, or any dog showing stiff body language, break the gaze, turn slightly sideways, and let them approach on their own terms. Same behavior, completely different meaning, depending on the relationship. Dogs are subtle like that. Here is the fun part. You can put all this natural eye contact to work. That stare converts directly into a watch me cue, one of the easiest and most useful things you will ever train. Every time your dog checks in with eye contact, mark it and pay it with a tiny treat. Do that for a week, and you have a dog who looks to you around distractions, on walks, at the vet, everywhere. You are turning their favorite behavior into your best tool. It is the closest thing to a cheat code in Chihuahua training. And once the check-in is solid, add a cue word. Say, "Watch me," right as your dog looks up, pay it, and repeat. Within a couple of weeks, the words alone will pull those little eyes onto you, which is exactly what you want when a skateboard rolls by or the vet reaches for a paw. One tiny behavior, trained off something your dog was already doing for free. That is my favorite kind of training. The stares in our house. Let me tell you about the most reliable stare in our pack. Keto can hear a treat bag crinkle from another room. And within seconds, he is seated in the kitchen doorway, perfectly motionless, eyes locked on that cabinet like it owes him an explanation. That stare has exactly one meaning: he knows it, and he knows we know it. Then there is the 5 p.m. hallway stare aimed at me, which means the schedule says something should be happening and I am apparently behind. 5 dogs, 5 slightly different stares, and after 12 years, I can read most of them from across the room. Your Chihuahua is running the same channel. The fun part is learning your own dog's dialect. So why do Chihuahuas sit and stare at you? Because staring works. It earns treats, information, connection, and answers, and this breed has refined it into an art form. Read the context, read the body, reward the check-ins you love, and enjoy the occasional soulful gaze for what it really is: a very small dog announcing that you are the most interesting thing in their entire world. Now I want to hear about your dog's signature stare. What does it mean, and how long did it take you to crack the code? Describe it in the comments, and bonus points if your Chihuahua is staring at you while you type it. I read every single one. If this helped you decode the gaze, give it a like and subscribe for more tiny dog truth. The full written guide is on the Cheese Society, link in the description, and you can join the Cheese Society, pack for free for Chihuahua tips, stories, and rescue updates. Thanks for watching. Give that little starer a treat from me, and I will see you in the next one.